Yo, I want you guys to go in the description box and check out my buddy. His name's Slim Rock Wrestlers. He's from the UK. He has a great arm wrestling channel. He posts daily content, so go ahead and check the description box below and go ahead and subscribe. And then come back to the video if you want to learn how to release the myofascia in your arm to build bigger muscles. Alright guys, first, if you don't have one of these already, these are, I think they're called myofascia balls or muscle tension release balls or whatever. They sell these at most places like Big Five, whatever sporting goods store. Say you're not in the U.S. If you're in the U.S., Big Five, Sports Chalet, or Dick's Sporting Goods. Sometimes you can find them at Walmart. I think I've seen them at Walmart too. But if you're not and you're in different countries, go to your sporting goods store or check Amazon and type in massage release balls. They're small balls like this. If you don't have one of these, you can use a baseball. But if you're not in the US, you might not have baseballs. But baseballs have those little ridges on it. They're not as good as these things, in my opinion. These are better. But they have little ridges on it. So I don't have a baseball on me, but on a baseball, it has these little seams. They go around the ball on both sides. And as you rotate the ball around your muscle, it has the same exact effect. This goes a little bit deeper. So I like these more. So check it out. So see how this part of my arm is laying on the table? You're gonna take your hand like this and roll it around. You don't wanna push too hard on the top of your arm. The bottom, you can push a little harder. On your bicep, you can push a little harder. You don't wanna push too hard on the top of your arm. Go in circles. This area will be really tight if you're an arm wrestler, right here. Go down your arm like this. Just warm it up. This is the warm up. The next thing that you wanna do is, see how my hand's like this? Bend your wrist. You can actually hear it. You listen? You'll feel the tightness being pushed away. And as I raise my wrist like this, and I'm gonna go to different positions, find different areas, and this is just the warm up. To get to the actual myofascia part, you have to stay tuned for the rest of the video. I'll show you how to get deep into the muscle. Because you can actually get deeper with your fingers and your thumb than you can with this thing. Now, the next thing you can do is lay it down like this and rest it on an area like this. And just roll it over the bottom of your arm like this, on your forearm. Same thing with your tricep. You'll feel the tension being released. And this will actually allow your muscle to grow because of the fact that the knots that are in there, basically, like you know how you have knots in your back when people do massages, and they say, oh, I feel much better, I can move and all this. Well, this is the same thing with your forearm, but no one thinks about doing it for your lower arm or your upper arm. Basically, you can do the same thing. You can do this on your chest too. It actually feels really fucking good. I'm probably gonna do this later. But for right now, the point of this video is the arm, the myofascia of the arm. So let's see how I can get to that. Start here, go in circles, and then up and down. Rotate your hand like this, and go on the side. And then stay tuned for the rest of the video. I'll show you how to actually get deep into the muscles with your fingers. Before I go into that, this part of your arm, you have your bicep right here, right? Your bicep. But this part of your arm, starting from your shoulder all the way down into this part of your forearm right here, this is your brachialis, I don't know how to say that properly. But you take your finger like this and push and run it all the way up to the top, like that. And bend your arm too. See how I'm bending my arm? You'll find different positions that feel good and feel painful, but they don't feel too painful, not a sharp pain, just like overused pain. Like right there, that fucking spot hurts so bad. So I'm pushing my fingers deep into there and just move my arm back and forth and then rotate my arm. Now I'm gonna go into more detail for the next segment. In your muscles, you have these things called fascia, and when the muscle gets tight like this, and if you touch a certain part of your muscle, you feel the pain. That means that everything is solidified and basically the muscle isn't able to move as freely. You might still be able to move your arm full range of motion and stuff like that, but you're not able to comfortably relax and have no pain in your arm. So say you do a hard training session, after you feel like a tightness, a soreness, it might be your myofascia is tight. So one way that you can release it is find the spot that hurts on your arm. So go on your bicep, and you feel a spot like right here, it feels kind of tender. Push for a good 20-30 seconds. Do little circles like this, and then pull. See how I'm like pulling up and then pushing down. And you might hear a click or you might feel a noise, and you can even turn your arm. Did you hear that? I don't know if you could hear that little popping sound. That's your myofascia, the tightness in it. So you can do this to any muscle. A lot of the times when you're arm wrestling, this part of your forearm gets sore right here, or this part right here. Maybe here as well, but you'll find a spot, like right here feels kind of tight. And then I'm going to turn my wrist like this, and I'm going to go up and down with my wrist, and I'll feel it. And another thing that you can do is kind of put pressure on the area for 30 seconds, and then move an inch up like this, and push on this area for 30 seconds. See how my wrist is straight? Do it in a bent wrist. Do it, turn your wrist like this and do the same thing, and then slide up your arm. And then you can kind of massage the whole area around that part that was hurting. You'll hear little pops and clicks. This just means you're loosening up the muscle fascia. And what this does, it just allows your muscle to grow more. So if you ever feel tight in a certain area, sometimes it's your body's letting you know that it's solidified, it's hardened. So you have to release that fascia for the muscle to actually get a full stretch and a full contraction. So